I think it's important to remember that what we see on the outside never tells the whole story of one's life. I think it's time that we need to start asking ourselves, who is that person living on the street? Whose sister is that? Whose uncle is that? Whose friend is that? Whose mother is that?
It's a very scary way to live. Although I haven't experienced it, I've watched what Mom goes through. And most of the anger, violent rages she would have, they were fear-based because she thought that person was out to kill her or kill us. And so it's a very different way to try to think, but if you do that, then you do understand more of what that person is going through. My mom would be on the street somewhere. Now that my brother's passed away and it's just me, she has no one else. It's so important that I did connect with Plymouth Housing. Plymouth, I think that that's the only place that she's ever lived that I feel like she's in a safe spot. They understand the mental illness. They understand that she's paranoid of them, and yet they still show compassion. Marilyn, her case manager, is one of the most compassionate people I've ever met.
When Linda first moved into Plymouth on Stewart, she was frightened, and not just because it was a new place to live. She was frightened that we were going to try and commit her to a mental health hospital. She's had experiences with that, and that's not something that she ever wants to go back to. It took a while to gain her trust. It took me outreaching her, it took our nurse outreaching her, and reaffirming over and over, we don't want her to go there either.
So I will talk to my mom on the phone throughout the day, try to find out what space she's in mentally, and then that determines my visitation of how soon I need to get up there. It's not a question of when I'm going, but how urgent do I need to get up there and calm her down. And so I'm lucky enough that her building is only 5 blocks from my office building, and so I just stop by the grocery store and I'll take her what she needs, and then I still do let her try to cook for me. That's my way of basically testing her on a daily basis to see what she's still able to do. I could not be doing this without Plymouth.
The reason that Plymouth Housing Group provides so many services within the buildings is that we believe in each individual as a whole person who's walking through the door and getting their set of keys. This person has a whole life story. They're living through it right now. Over the last 2 years, I've seen Linda start to smile more. I'm not kidding when I say she has really one of the best smiles that I've seen. I'm working every day to try and get that smile out even more. She's a wonderful person with struggles, but she's making it, and she's getting better. And her son is getting better.
It's so easy to walk by people on the street and ignore it because it's too much to think about or process. Plymouth offers a venue for people to reach out and say, I want to help this community, but I don't know where to start. Plymouth Housing is really making sure that these people are getting a second chance. These are someone's family, these are someone's loved ones who have lost their way due to mental illness, addiction, and Plymouth is actively reaching out to this community to help them find a safe place to live and shelter and restart their lives. Plymouth Housing has been the most amazing partner that I could have wished for now that I'm all Mom has left.